Hola, bienvenidos a otra sesión de Satchel Classes. Es un día agradable. Soy Mr. Castrillón and I would like to welcome you to another session here on Satchel Classes. And today's title should give you a bit of a hint on the topic that we are going to cover. Now let's have a look at today's objectives. Hoy vamos a repasar vocabulario relacionado con el clima. Vamos a repasar el verbo ser en tercera persona. Vamos a utilizar muy, bastante o poco y vamos a completar y traducir textos al inglés. But before anything we do, we are going to practice our pronunciation. Today's sound is going to be ha, ha. Now, be very aware that G in Spanish has two sounds depending on the vowels that you combine it with. It's a very flexible letter in terms of the sound. And today's sounds are going to be when we combine G with E or I. Now, that, for instance, is going to be, in this case, the sound in this case is going to be ágil. Now, I would like you to repeat after me. Ágil. Ágil. Geografía. Geografía. General. General. Gigante. Gigante. Página. Página. So as you can see, every single one of these sounds is going to be h. So when you combine I with E, sorry, with G or G with E, you will get this sound h. Now, I'm going to give you 60 seconds to try and work out the meaning of each one of those words. Off you go. Our time is up. Let's see what the answers are for each one of these words. First one, agile, agile. Geography, general, giant, and page. So as you can see, the difference in terms of the sound between Spanish and English is quite big. So it's really good for you to practice these words. Let's continue. So we're going to be talking about the el clima, the weather today. So we need to match up these adjectives with their meanings. So I've got caluroso or cálido, lluvioso, agradable, templado, helado, frío, soleado. I'm going to help you with some words. And I'm going to give you a few minutes for you to match them up. Off you go. And our time is up. Let's see those answers. So as you can see, we have quite a few good words or adjectives that we can use. So we have caluroso, which means hot. Now you might be wondering, what is the difference? There is no difference whatsoever. I think it's more about which one you want to use. In Spanish, we can use caluroso or cálido or even caliente. So it's up to you which one you'd like to use. Let's continue. Now we have some sentences in Spanish. El clima es templado. Los días son lluviosos. La temperatura es agradable. Es cálido durante la noche. Los días son helados allí. La mañana es soleada y agradable. Las tardes son heladas y lluviosas. So your mission is very simple. You need to translate these sentences into English. And of course, you have to use the vocabulary that you have just learned. If yeah, you must have your dictionary ready with you. Off you go. And our time is up. Let's see the answers. Here we are. So really important is check those words that we are going to be using for the rest of the lesson, such as days, temperature, weather, mornings, afternoons. They are really important. And of course, we have all the vocabulary that we have just learned. Let's move on. Now then, we can improve these sentences by using what we call emphasizing words. These are actually adverbs that allow us to improve our sentences. So, for instance, I have el clima es templado, which means the weather is mild. But I can actually improve the sentence by using any of these four. I chose muy. El clima es muy templado. It's very mild. But you could easily use demasiado. El clima es demasiado templado. O el clima es un poco templado. O el clima es bastante templado. So as you can see, that word is going to improve your sentence and it's going to show how good you are in Spanish. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these sentences and we are going to improve them. So what I would like you to do is I want you to choose any of those four words to improve your sentence. Off you go. Very well done. I'm sure you have improved these sentences. Remember to show your work to your teacher, and so you can actually see how good you are in Spanish. There are some sentences here that will be slightly challenging, but that's the point, that you challenge yourself a lot. Let's move on. Now, we have 5 people here talking about uh, the weather. So, your mission is to listen and fill in the gap with the correct expression or word. And an extra point goes to you if you manage to guess the place they're talking about. Now, so let's listen to the first one.
El día es muy soleado en Madrid.
I'm going to repeat that one for you.
El día es muy soleado en Madrid.
And again.
El día es muy soleado en Madrid.
Okay. Can you figure out what it is? Well, let's see the answer. Let's repeat.
El día es muy soleado en Madrid.
Let's go with the next one.
Las mañanas en Barcelona son bastante cálidas.
Let's listen to it again.
Las mañanas en Barcelona son bastante cálidas.
And one last time.
Las mañanas en Barcelona son bastante cálidas.
Okay. Can you guess the place? Yes. Let's listen to it.
Las mañanas en Barcelona son bastante cálidas.
Good. Let's go with the third one.
Me gusta Valladolid porque los días son un poco templados.
And again.
Me gusta Valladolid porque los días son un poco templados.
And one last time.
Me gusta Valladolid porque los días son un poco templados.
Any ideas? Let's see the answer. Here we are. Let's listen to it.
Me gusta Valladolid porque los días son un poco templados.
Very well done. Next one.
Las noches en el polo son demasiado heladas.
Good one. Let's listen to it again.
Las noches en el polo son demasiado heladas.
That sounds slightly challenging. Let's listen to it again.
Las noches en el polo son demasiado heladas.
Okay, let's see. Here we are.
Las noches en el polo son demasiado heladas.
Good. And the last one.
Las tardes en Benidorm son muy calientes y soleadas.
And again.
Las tardes en Benidorm son muy calientes y soleadas.
And one last time.
Las tardes en Benidorm son muy calientes y soleadas.
Any ideas? Here we are. Let's listen to it.
Las tardes en Benidorm son muy calientes y soleadas.
That's brilliant. So as you can see, these sentences are using those emphasizing words such as muy, bastante, un poco, but also keep an eye on the masculine or feminine of the word. So for instance, noches is feminine, so we need to say heladas. You do not have to apply that change to the emphasizing word, because the emphasizing word, all it does is basically improve or boost the meaning of the adjective. Now, I'm going to give you a few minutes to try and translate these sentences into English. Off you go. Time is up. Very well done. I know this is a lot of information for you to take in, but the most important thing is that you are actually challenging yourself and practicing a lot with all these sentences. Let's go to our last section, our GCSE challenge. I'm going to skip this bit here because we've done plenty of work. Now we're going to change these sentences into present and future. So have a look at them. So we have these ones and we have these ones. So your mission is just to take a picture of it to try and see how the changes actually change from the past, the present, and the future. So I'm going to give you a few minutes for you to take a picture of it, take some notes whilst I'm explaining what we did here. So basically we have our past sentences and they all have the word fue or fueron. And also, if you look at present, we have es or son. Es for singular, son for plural. And future, you have será, serán. Será for singular and serán for plural. Now, you will have to come across with these sentences at some point during your GCSE exams. And also, you will have to practice them when you're, you'll have to use them when you are doing your speaking exam or you're writing your essay. So before I go, I would like you to check a couple of things. The first one is that when we are talking in past, we need to use past sentences or words such as ayer, which means yesterday. And also it's the same in present. Hoy means today. And future, we have mañana, which is tomorrow. Feel free to come back to this slide and this video so for you to practice a lot more with all these sentences. In the meantime, muchos éxitos y hasta muy pronto.